Hello, Billionauts. I was walking and wondering about a subject that is probably one of the most popular subjects in BookTube, although I don't think it has ever been explicitly addressed, which is the subject of favorite books. I feel like booktubers, specifically booktubers my age, tend to avoid to do their top favorite. By my age, I just mean people who hasn't been reading for as long as other people. They tend to not be so open to share their favorite books because they are very aware that those books will change many times, right? And maybe they also don't have a still sort of like set in stone idea of what a favorite book is. But I wonder if any of you has that idea, if any of you has an idea of exactly what a favorite book is, right? There is a really cool series in BookTube done by Shawn Fast. I'm still waiting for an invitation to the Desert Island books, video, podcast, whatever, that Shawn did with pretty much just a bunch of booktubers separately, in which they have to choose, I think it's 10 books that they would take to a desert island. And I thought about that, right? My answers to that would not, like, none of the books I would take to a desert island are my favorite books, so it doesn't apply. But I think the premise is that, it's books that you would sort of like be rereading forever. And yeah, I guess that is one way that you can approach this subject. I don't know that an infinitely rereadable book would be the same thing as a favorite book to me. Because for me, if I'm going to a desert island and I'm wanting to bring with me an infinitely rereadable book, I'll probably bring a book on a subject that is so hard that it would take me a decade to decipherate, like some book on astrophysics, sort of like from A level to PhD level textbook of how to do astrophysics or astronomy or something like that. That I don't think that book would necessarily, it might become my favorite just by being in the desert island and sort of like spending time with it as a material object because of the memories that I sort of like would be building with that, but it wouldn't have a lot to do with the book itself, or maybe it would. I don't know. I'm just wondering, is a favorite book an infinitely rereadable book? Is it a book that opened your mind to a new world? Like a book that was sort of like a existential change very much in your life. A book that you read and was like, oh shit, like before and after, I am like two different people, at least in my reading life, or like, is it perhaps a book that you've enjoyed more than other books? What is it for you, a favorite book? Is it the book that you have enjoyed the most, the book that you found the most complex, and therefore more infinitely rereadable, the book that I lost the plot, the book that somehow you carried around and changed something from your life. I feel like if we were to choose books that change you, then it would be childhood books for most people that has been reading when they were children, right? So I don't know that would be the appropriate answer. I know that, just like with everything, the choice between black and white tends to be gray. There is always a nice in-between area. But I'm not only interested in knowing if you have your own sort of like definition for what a favorite book is and how you sort of like choose it, which I do want to know that. But also, and this is for all BookTube, I'm planning to do a challenge for 2024. I'll make a video announcement later on, but I'm planning to choose a number of books. Like, I want to choose the favorite book of some booktubers. Let's say maybe 24 books in 2024. Read the 24 favorite books of your 24 booktubers, whatever. In which I basically just choose 24 favorite books from 24 booktubers, and I read them, and throughout the year 2024. I'm still considering this because most people's favorite books tend to be thicker than the average length of a book. But it definitely would help me choose among all of your favorite books, which one accords more to your own definition, and also if you want to list down some of your favorite books. I will make my own list and I will post it at some point towards the end of the year. So just that it is out there, because I do not think that the fact that the list will change is an argument not to post it. I think that change is always welcome and that it should be embraced. So this list that I will post at some point is just my favorite books as of now. Nothing to do with my list of next year, which might change completely because I'm still a baby when it comes to reading. I just started. I've been reading for less than a decade, like properly reading for less than a decade. So yeah, nothing to do with many of you. So let me know, what is it favorite? Like, how do you find favorite for you? And what are some of your favorite books? If you were to force me to read one of your favorite books, which one would it be? I'm looking forward to see what you have to say, and I'll see you on the other side.